You know, when your cars are not selling and your stock is dumped and all this is going on, right? It's the best time to set them on fire because you got insurance.
Is this the woke penguin? Tesla on fire. That's just a protest. Somebody leaves tire tracks on a street mural. Oh, that's a hate crime.
Well, attacks on Tesla dealerships, obviously, and individual vehicles have become an almost daily occurrence. This just the latest example, with police saying that just after 8 this morning, they were called to this dealership in North Austin and found several suspicious devices under vehicles, adding, quote, the devices, which were determined to be incendiary, were taken into police custody without incident. This is an open and ongoing investigation. Now, this particular dealership in Austin has been the site of ongoing protests against Tesla and more particularly, of course, against Elon Musk and his role in the Trump administration.
I would like the government to start following the rules and not let Musk take over.
This is insane, and we cannot stand for this unelected person wielding almost unlimited power throughout our government.
Woke feminists are ramping things up and getting even more extreme as multiple bombs were found inside of a Tesla showroom in Austin, Texas. These people have Elon derangement syndrome, they're melting down, and they are willing to throw away decades of their lives over the man who builds the cars that support the green climate agenda that they love so much. I can't really even make sense of any of this. Democrats are keying each other's cars, threatening one another, destroying their property, and I'm just left aghast. This post says bombs found in Austin at Tesla showrooms. If you're celebrating this or laughing at it, congratulations. You've become the monster you think you're fighting. This is domestic Terry, plain and simple. The people doing this are in a cult. They don't see it as monstrous. They see it as virtuous and as a sacrifice to their gods. A real-time look at the rally point right before fanning out to firebomb Tesla dealerships.
We want to defeat capitalism. We are going to need a party that will organize working people to fight for the demands that we want and to win socialism. Thank you so much.
Great.
Quick point of privilege. Quick point of personal privilege.
Yes.
Guys, first of all, James Jackson, Sacramento, he, him. I just want to say, can we please keep the chatter to a minimum? I'm one of the people who's very, very prone to sensory overload. There's a lot of whispering and chatter going on. It's making it very difficult for me to focus. Please, can we just, I know we're all fresh and ready to go, but can we please just keep the chatter to a minimum? It's affecting my ability to focus. Thank you.
Thank you, comrade. Okay, is there a speaker against name, chapter, pronoun?
Point of personal privilege.
Yes.
Please do not use gendered language to address everyone.
Hey, I'm going to need to see your Cybertruck face. Like, I'm going to need to see the face you make.
Now let me see your war face!
And this is why Elon's being attacked.
The case of fraud was with the Small Business Administration, where they were handing out loans, $330 million worth of loans to people under the age of 11. I think the youngest, Kelly, was a 9-month-old who got a $100,000 loan. That's a very precocious baby we're talking about here.
And that's why these people are being paid to attack Teslas and Tesla dealerships. The big players don't want this money cut off. I think we all knew that people were abusing our system by having politicians give out contracts to their big time donors, and then in turn the donors want to give money back to the politicians. But we had no idea that it was this bad, that it was on this kind of scale. People are enriching themselves on my dollar, on your dollar, and MAGA's going to stop it.
As far as we are hearing a lot about fraud, waste, and abuse, a lot of waste and abuse, but there is a tremendous amount of fraud. And Elon, thank you for your partnership. Thank you for your team. You have uncovered so much fraud in our government, and we will prosecute you. We have an internal task force now working with every agency sitting here at this table. And if you've committed fraud, we're coming after you. Thank you, Elon, for that. On the violent crime level, thanks to President Trump's directive, we are seeking the death penalty again. So all of these horrible, violent criminals that you're hearing about around the country, they will face the death penalty federally within our country. And the drug dealers need to get out of here because we are coming after you. We're going to have 94 great U.S. attorneys around this country, and everyone will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law.
The majority of Tesla owners are Democrats. And while the Democrat Tesla owners are being harassed, the people that they voted for themselves, their very own representatives, are egging this on. They're cheering this on. They're approving of the violence by using low-key dog whistles.
Now you have this Congresswoman Crockett who is calling for attacks on Elon Musk on her birthday. Let's take him out on my birthday, she says. Yet she turns and says, oh, I'm not calling for violence. Well, she is an elected public official. And so she needs to tread very carefully because nothing will happen to Elon Musk. And we're going to fight to protect all of the Tesla owners throughout this country, and it's this basic safety. Once again, domestic is going to come to a stop in our country.
First, I'm appalled by the violence. I condemn the violence. At the same time, the benefit of this is not lost on me because I see us making more and more and more and more Trump supporters every single day. Imagine being a Democrat who is fully ensconced in believing about climate change, and so you go and you buy this Tesla, and then the person that you voted for comes on TV and cheers on people keying your car, cheers on when people yell at you and harass you and scream at you because you bought something that was supposed to be pro-Democrat in the first place. It's just going to cause more people to leave, to walk away. We're going to welcome you with open arms. Congratulations. Welcome to the party of common sense. Not possible to point this out loudly enough. When the media is behind your movement, you are not the resistance.
That's why he won. Because people like you. That's why he won. That is why he won, because of people like you who need to stop and get him there. Bro, just like, good. Chill, bro. You're okay with that? He's a racist. I'm okay. How can I be racist? He's a racist. Okay with it. If you fucking voted for Trump, you're a racist. He's a racist. How can I be racist? No, he's not. Leave him alone. Doesn't watch the news. You realize he was a Democrat. I'm highly educated. Oh, are you? Then why are you wearing that hat? Everything's going up for I don't know how long. The Democrats have been running New York since who knows how long. But then Trump comes in and just fits well, this is my style. I hope you enjoy the hat. Oh, you're an attacker.
When I'm feeling down, I find that a stuffed animal really helps me. So, when I think about the resumption of hostilities or the fact that the executive branch is now ignoring orders from the judiciary, or the betrayal of the Democratic senators who let the continuing resolution through against the will of their constituents, or, everything, I think I need more stuffies.
Mental illness is something you have to be a Democrat.
Tonight, a James Island man has been arrested and charged with arson after trying to destroy a Tesla charging station. Daniel Clark Pounder was in federal court today. Our Emily Deanne is in North Charleston at that Tesla charging station tonight. Emily, you went through the court documents today. What did you learn?
Well, the documents from the U.S. Attorney's Office say on March 7th, Clark Pounder vandalized with spray paint these Tesla stations before throwing Molotov cocktails and then running away through the woods over there. The documents say Clark Pounder spray painted the words F Trump and long live Ukraine. These are pictures included showing the bottles officials say he threw at the charging stations, as well as surveillance images and pictures of items recovered from Clark Pounder's car. Investigators say they found a sticker that read gasoline and fire never mix, which is commonly found on gas cans. They also found clothing that matched the surveillance video and a receipt for beer that matched the bottles that were lit on fire. We got the 911 calls from that night with people shocked at what they were seeing.
There's some guy, I think he's trying to blow up the supercharger. He knocked on my window and he had something like a bottle in his hand. And then he knocked on my window. I unplugged my car and I just drove away. When I was driving away, I saw smoke and it looked like he was lighting something on fire.
Clark Pounder was arrested Thursday. The case was investigated by the Bureau of Tobacco, Alcohol, Firearms, and Explosives, North Charleston Police, and North Charleston Fire. Clark Pounder faces a maximum sentence of 20 years in federal prison, and he is expected for a preliminary hearing on March 17th.
Good bacon. I know you like good bacon too. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Red Dawn Daily with your host, me, Dawn Marie, and sometimes Leroy. Oh, Leroy, you had a bath yesterday. You're looking floofy and cute. He's just here for the bacon.